Maya is standing in her small backyard garden, holding a chipped coffee mug. She's 38 years old and just hit a big goal, saving $250,000. She never made a huge salary, never won the lottery, and never lived with her parents. She just learned how to live smarter. I don't cut coupons or chase sales, she says. I spend money like the system is broken because honestly it is. 15 years ago, during the 2008 recession, Maya lost her job. That's when she started living frugally, but not the boring kind. No extreme penny pinching, just a new way of thinking about money, one that gave her more freedom, not less. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn the best, most unexpected frugal living tips Maya picked up over 15 years, tips that helped her save a fortune without living like she was broke. In 2008, Maya was 23 and working at a travel agency. She loved her job, planning dream vacations for other people. But when the financial crisis hit, the company closed down. In just 1 week, she lost her job, her steady paycheck, and her sense of control. She didn't have savings. Her rent was due. Her credit card was almost maxed out. At first, she panicked. Then, she made a choice. Stop spending on anything she didn't truly need. She cooked every meal at home. She walked instead of driving. She sold things she didn't use anymore. It wasn't easy, but something strange happened. She started to feel powerful. I thought frugal living was for poor people, she says. But I realized it's actually a superpower. It gives you, number 1, the psychology behind intentional spending. Maya used to think saving money meant being cheap. But after a few years of living frugally, she discovered something important. Frugal living is not about spending less, it's about spending smarter. Her biggest change came when she stopped buying things just because they were on sale. Instead, she asked herself one question. What does this really cost me in time, energy, and peace of mind? That question changed everything. She created her own rule. Only spend money when it adds real value to your life. No more buying things just to feel better or to keep up with others. Maya also made something she calls the energy spend audit. She looks at each expense and asks, does this give me energy or drain it? For example, a cheap gadget that breaks in a week is a bad deal, but a strong coffee with a friend? Worth every penny. Over time, Maya built a personal system of spending that helped her feel happier, calmer, and in control. She wasn't just saving money. She was saving her time, her energy, and her future. Number 2, urban frugality without sacrifice. Maya lived in a big city where rent was sky high. But for 2 years, she paid only $500 a month to live in a beautiful top-floor apartment with a balcony and city views. Her secret? She found an elderly woman who needed help around the house. In exchange for light chores and some company, Maya got a big discount on rent. It wasn't a fancy deal from a website. It came through a local Facebook group for women in her neighborhood. Maya calls this invisible housing. These are homes, rooms, and spaces people don't list publicly, but are open to sharing with the right person. It's about trust, not contracts. She also joined local food swaps, groups where people trade homemade bread, garden vegetables, and even home-cooked meals. 1 week she gave away her extra sourdough starter, and in return, got a basket of fresh herbs and lemons. Maya didn't feel like she was missing out. She felt like she was living smarter and with more connection to her community. You don't have to live cheap to live frugal. You just have to think differently and be open to people. Number 3, frugal career hacking. Maya didn't just save money at home. She found smart ways to save at work too. Her first move? She asked her boss if she could work from home 2 days a week. This was years before remote work became popular. By cutting her commute, she saved on gas, food, and work clothes, around $300 a month. Next, she simplified her wardrobe. She wore the same style of outfit every day. Black pants, plain top, simple shoes. No more spending time or money figuring out what to wear. Her coworkers even complimented her clean look. She also stopped paying for networking events. Instead, she hosted small meetups at local cafes or online. This made her the center of the network and gave her better job offers. One of her favorite tricks, micro side hustles. She made extra money without starting a big business, by dog-sitting for neighbors, renting her parking spot, and teaching casual English online. So, You don't need a promotion to earn more. You just need to spend less around her job and use your skills in creative ways. Number 4. Cognitive frugality. Maya tried all the budget apps and fancy spreadsheets. They stressed her out. There were too many numbers, too many categories, and too much pressure. So, she threw them out and made her own simple system. She called it the envelope of rules. Instead of tracking every dollar, she wrote 5 personal money rules on a small card and taped it to her debit card. The rules were: don't buy the first version of anything. Wait 72 hours before buying any want. Never shop when tired, sad, or bored. Ask, can I borrow or rent this first? Track regret, not money. That last one was her favorite. She didn't write down how much she spent. She wrote down the things she regretted buying. Over time, the list got shorter. This way, she trained her brain to spend with care, not guilt. She didn't need tech or perfect math. She needed better habits. Remember, budgeting isn't about controlling every dollar. It's about creating spending rules that protect your time, money, and peace of mind. Number 5. Unsexy kitchen economics. Maya doesn't spend hours cooking fancy meals. Instead, she built a simple system: 10 healthy, cheap meals on repeat. She picked meals that were easy to make, used the same ingredients, and didn't create waste. Think rice bowls, veggie soups, pasta with lentils, and baked potatoes with toppings. Every week, she bought only what she needed. No random snacks, no extra sauces. Her biggest money saver? Shopping by ingredients, not recipes. She looked at what was on sale, then planned meals around it. She also reused everything. Leftover rice became stir-fry. Veggie scraps went into broth. Even stale bread was turned into croutons. No food waste, no stress, just savings, about $150 a month or $30,000 over 15 years. You don't need to cook like a chef. You just need to plan a few good meals and the discipline to repeat them. Number 6. Travel like you're broke, but feel rich. Maya loves to travel, but she never pays full price. She's been to 11 countries and spent less than $5,000 total. Her secret? She travels differently. She stays in people's homes through house-sitting or home-swapping websites. In exchange, she waters plants, feeds pets, or just keeps the place safe. She also tries volunteerism, helping out on farms, teaching English, or working in hostels for free room and food. For flights, she uses a trick. Search on Google Flights in private mode, incognito, around 3 a.m. midweek. That's when prices are often lower. She doesn't book fancy hotels. She finds places with personality, small guest houses, local host families, or shared apartments. You don't need luxury to feel rich. Travel is about the experience, not the extras. The world is still full of amazing places that welcome smart, kind travelers. Number 7. Building a frugal legacy. Maya didn't just live frugally for herself. She passed it on to her kids. She didn't want them to feel like they were missing out. Instead, she showed them that being smart with money is a kind of freedom. Instead of buying toys all the time, they did family projects. They built a garden together, made homemade board games, and even repaired old furniture for fun. When her kids wanted something expensive, she used an earn-to-own system. They did extra chores, helped neighbors, or found creative ways to save. It taught them patience, pride, and problem-solving. One of her favorite tools was the spending jar swap. Each month, the kids could vote to swap one small treat, like candy or fast food, for a bigger family goal, like a camping trip or saving for bikes. Maya didn't raise kids who were afraid to spend. She raised kids who understood the value of things. Frugal living isn't about saying no. It's about teaching the next generation how to say yes to what really matters. Still full of amazing places that welcome smart, kind travelers. Today, Maya works only 3 days a week. She owns her time, lives debt-free, and has money saved for the future. She didn't get rich by earning more. She got rich by spending wisely. Frugal living gave her freedom, peace, and choices. I didn't just cut my expenses, she says. I cut the noise. You don't have to give up joy to save money. You just have to stop spending on things that don't truly matter. Because sometimes, the less you spend, the richer your life becomes. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, Please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.